Hello, saints. By the sixth antithesis of Matthew 5, Jesus is opening up doors to a deeper meaning of Scripture as opposed to what the rabbis taught. Looking at Matthew 5 and beginning in verse 33, we read the fourth antithesis. Again, you have heard that the ancients were told, You shall not make false vows, but shall fulfill your vows to the Lord. But I say to you, take no oath at all, neither by heaven, for it is the throne of God, nor by the earth, for it is the footstool of his feet, nor by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. Nor shall you take an oath by your head, for you cannot make a single hair white or black. But make sure your statement is yes, yes, or no, no. And anything beyond these is of evil origin. I'm instantly caused to think about the Ten Commandments, the commandment to not take the name of the Lord in vain. Of course, for many of us, that means don't use God's name as a curse word. Well, I don't recommend that we do that. It's not a very good idea. But this commandment is really not about that as much as just about declaring ourselves to be God's followers, yet living our lives as if we're not following God. That is, many can make a vain declaration of their belief in God while living like atheists. Or worse, yes, worse. How? By becoming idol worshippers. And I don't mean that you have to make an image and bow down to it. I'm talking about giving yourself to other things in this world ahead of giving yourself to God. Your job, your property, your car, anything other than God, and than God himself. When we make false vows to God, we're taking his name in vain. And here we do it over things we have no control over. On my mother's grave, I swear, have you heard that? What does your mother or her grave have to do with you keeping your word? Jeremiah warns his fellow citizens who are to go into exile and yet are unwilling to face up to it. He says, Do not trust in deceptive words, saying, This is the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, Jeremiah 7:4. This was not enough to keep them from falling prey to Nebuchadnezzar. God's temple would not be enough to keep them safe in their pretentious belief in God. Make no vows you are not willing to fulfill. Make no vows in which you have no control over. Let your answer simply be yes or no. You heard it said, make no false vows. Jesus says, make none. Simply let your answers be yes or no. Blessings.